All right, to get a reader going, an avid reader who is just taking off, one of the best pieces of advice is to get them hooked on series books. So our beginning readers, we're talking around our first grade when they're taking off, middle of the end of first grade, or even our second and third graders that may be a little bit behind and are just starting to take off. Our beginning readers love series books, especially kids that they can identify with, usually having some kind of adventures. These are just a handful that I found at the library for you. Ask your librarian. They know where all the good ones are. But we've got Magical Monty, so you can see he's a boy who does magic. Cam Jansen and The Millionaire Mystery. This is just one in a series. Cam Jansen has a lot of adventures, and she's a super sleuth. She has a photographic memory, so it's not just boys who can be the investigators and things like that, because we've got some books on boys and investigating. But Cam Jansen, and again, these are like your beginning readers, first, second grader. Amber Brown by Paula Danziger is another popular series for girls. Just want to pop in here and show you what we're looking at here. So we're getting into chapter books here. So beginning chapter books, but there's not too many pages in the chapter. There's still a few pictures to support. We're getting into dialogue. This is for children who can now sustain a little bit more reading. I'd say this one is probably, again, end of first grade, second grade. Ling and Ting is a cute little series. This one a little bit easier, and I'll show you why. So these are twins, and you can talk about their different personalities and everything. But Ling and Ting, the words are pretty predictable. There's not a lot of strange things going on in here. They do get into some punctuation and dialogue, which can get a little tricky because you got to keep track of who's Ling and Ting because they have these different personalities. So you can talk about that. But these chapters, again, are pretty short, and you can see not a lot of words on a page, some white space, and pictures to support it. So definitely a first grade one here, but again, another good series book. So get your child hooked on series books. What is nice about this too is if you find some series books that work for you or work for your child, you're kind of set for a couple weeks while they go through them and it's just going to be great for their fluency, great for comprehension because they're practicing so much and they're absorbed in a book that they can read and they really like and they're really invested in the character. So you're going to have a great pile of books to choose from as you go through the series. And then if you go to the library and say, my child really liked this series, the librarian can point you to another one that's going to be very similar and enjoyable. So series books are really wonderful for our kids.